Paddock pass accepted. Please enjoy this episode.
So, guys, into Miami, and what a crazy weekend. You know, it started off with so much. It started off with so much hype, and then the hype really died by the end of the weekend. But you know, how did you guys find the weekend as a whole?
Hannah?
Yeah, I thought it's very interesting. Normally I'm really into each of the races, but I struggled to really get into this one. I watched the show that Kygo did on day one, and then after that I was quite busy, so I couldn't really fully enjoy FP1 quality race. I know I watched the race, of course, and I watched quality, but I felt a bit disconnected to it. I don't know how. I don't know if that just translated to people watching at home. But yeah, I mean, I watched the race with my friends, and it obviously wasn't the most exciting race. And we said, "Oh, let's just quickly go down to Tesco's."
Yeah.
If you don't know, it's a food shop. Anyone watching that's not in the UK. And it was just downstairs. So we were like, okay, it'll be 10 minutes. So we went down, and I come up, safety car, Norris out. I was like, what?
Oh my days.
The most exciting bit of the race, or the most bit that mixed it up a bit, and I missed it, but it's fine, doesn't matter. I still it's currently Thursday filming this, I still haven't actually seen a replay of what happened to Norris.
What?
This time I somehow managed to not see anything online about it, so I should probably watch the highlights. Maybe. But yeah, it was a bit frustrating.
Agreed.
It was a bit of a frustrating race, but it was fine. These things happen.
Well, it's frustrating, especially if you miss the biggest part.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I feel like interesting weekend is a good way to put it.
Very interesting.
It wasn't just the race; it was the whole thing about it. And for me, it was on at weird times. Practice 1 was at 3:00 in the morning. Practice 2 was at 7:30 a.m., which is okay. But it was a tough weekend for me, and I'll tell you why. So Saturday, it was my 21st party, and practice was on that morning, so I was like, alright, I'm going to get up for practice, I'm going to watch it, and then I'm going to sleep all day, so I don't have to set up for this party, and then I'll party all night, wake up not even wake up, stay up till 6 a.m. to watch qualifying. That's going to be my thing. I woke up Saturday morning for the race, for the practice 1, and I was so sick. I had the flu.
No.
I had a massive migraine. And I was like, all right.
No, that's so bad.
I'm gonna sleep. I'll wake up for practice 2. It's fine. Practice 2 comes around. Can't even open my eyes. So I'm like, all right. I'm just gonna sleep. I woke up. I watched it in the living room at 9 a.m. I watched FP1 and FP2 back to back. Nothing exciting happens. I have my 21st. I'm so sick. I end up sleeping at 10 p.m. because the bright lights and the loud music were hurting me. So I slept for half an hour on my own 21st, right?
No,
and then
that's so bad.
I slept in. I can't remember if I woke up. No, I didn't. I ended up watching it later, qualifying later that day, and then I woke up for the race on the Monday morning. And then proceeded to call in sick to work.
Did you?
Sorry, boss, if you're listening.
That is actually the worst timing ever.
It was terrible.
But with the qualifying, I don't know with you guys, but like Hannah, I watched it with a couple of my mates, and I feel like qualifying was probably the best part of the weekend, because when it got down to the main part, Q3, and after the first runs, top 3 were within a tenth. So my friends aren't really big F1 fans, but they understand time. So when they see 3 cars within 0.1, everyone's going crazy. I'm trying to tell them this is a crazy thing happening right now. So I'm building up the hype. So then obviously Leclerc goes on pole first, Sainz then takes second. Everyone's like, where's Max? Where's Max? Where's Max? And then Max does his mistake in the first sector. So obviously it was a bit anticlimactic, but I feel like qualifying was arguably the best point of the weekend, because when it got to the race and then all my mates around again, and then they all fall asleep during it. Then because they're sleeping, I've got like one eye open. I'm like, oh my days, trying to like tell them, guys, it's gonna be a fun race. It's Miami. It's the first ever one, and then it being a dull race. Let's be real. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I thought you would have liked quali just because of the Ferrari one too.
Oh yeah, obviously. Oh, that's why I was hyped. I was there like, yes, lads. Like, this is incredible for me. Then we went out on the Saturday. I was having a great time.
You're on top of the world.
Yeah.
And then I messaged you guys and I said, what Ferrari need to do to win is stop Max from splitting them for as long as possible. Because it was always going to happen. Just prevent it, put it off. Lap 1, turn 1, he's up into P2, he's already split the Ferraris.
Within 5 seconds of the race, the whole game plan is out the window. It's just like, well...
Yeah.
Max can do that as well to teams. He has a way of just putting himself where he doesn't belong. Like, I know the Red Bull belongs in P1, P2, but I'm saying he didn't belong there that fast.
Yeah.
And he makes it uncomfortable for different teams.
Yeah, it reminds me of Mexico last year. Do you remember when he started third and it was a Mercedes front row lockout? Then in the first corner, he just goes round the outside of both of them. It's just like, well, the whole game plan of keeping him behind, and then within the first corner, he's already there. It's like, well, what can you do? Like, honestly, what can you do? He is arguably, best driver on the grid currently, because...
Yeah, I don't know if you can argue that. I think it's just a fact at the moment. He's won every race he's finished.
Like, I don't even know. Like, when I was watching the race on Sunday, for me, it wasn't about the Red Bull was quicker. You could say they had better tyre life, but Max was just it was just on his
on another
A-game.
level.
Yeah. And he just doesn't crumble. I know he crumbled in qualifying, but in the race, like, right at the end, Stroll's behind him half a second for the last, like, 10 laps. He made zero mistakes. Yeah, he just acted like it was normal. And then he just puts in the fastest lap, wins the race, and it's just like, well... Yeah. You can't do anything about it. You just have to rate him. So yeah.
We saw it was an interesting broadcast as well, wasn't it?
Very interesting.
Max and Charles battling so close, and then they have the nerve to show Checo and Sainz
the whole time.
There were so many times where I thought that they were showing Leclerc and Max, and it wasn't Leclerc and Max.
Yeah.
There was one overtake towards the end of the race, and I was like, oh my day, like he's taken the lead.
Yeah.
No. Third place.
Yeah.
Well, even they would show like Haas versus Aston Martin, and then they'd go back to Sainz versus Checo, and I'm like, Charles got in front. I'm like, oh no, that's Sainz. Sainz has always been in front.
No.
It's the number 2 drivers. It's the number 2 drivers.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of like hate about the broadcasting, because apparently there was like over 40 overtakes during the race, but then they only broadcasted
46. I think I read.
Yeah, but they only broadcasted, I don't know, like 10. It's like, what are they doing? Are they not showing us like what everyone else is seeing?
That's the second most this season, isn't it?
Yeah.
So myself,
crazy
I was
when you think
extremely
about it.
wrong. I badmouthed this circuit all week last week and the week before that, saying there's gonna be no overtaking. 46 is a solid number. I wish we got to see them.
Yeah.
If we saw them, yeah.
I don't know why we didn't.
The one overtake that sticks out to me, or a nearly overtake, is Mick going for a move on Sebastian Vettel. Oh, pain.
The heartbreak.
Followed by the team radios from both drivers, and
Not
Martin
the team
Brundle saying
radios.
you can't have friends in F1. I was like, way to crush my dreams.
Yeah. He did not need to say that at the end.
He said it for Netflix. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He knows
oh
what
my
he's
goodness,
doing.
Yeah.
He's gonna put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Oh my
But it was
days.
good to see Aston Martin finally have some pace.
Starting
They
from the
were-
pit lane. Starting from the pit lane as
From
well.
the pit lane. Pit lane to points. Just about anyway.
I missed like the whole of the half an hour before the race, and I watched lap 1, and I didn't even realise that they were starting from the pit lane, and so
Yeah.
halfway through lap 1 I was like, what? Like,
Yeah.
Stroll and like Seb right at the back, like what on earth happened there? Like they must have dropped down, but both of them at the same time, like what's
Yeah.
wrong? And yeah, I just didn't know they started from the pit lane, so I missed that bit.
I think it's interesting the team messed up both their fuel, not just one.
Yeah.
So it was too
What-
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, too
The-
cool or something, yeah.
Yeah, so they had to take the fuel out, heat it up, and then put it back in the car. I didn't
Weird
even know
one.
that was a rule.
Yeah, it was a very weird one.
But credit to them for going to the points.
But getting into the points though, it was all about that hard strategy, and then because who else was on that strategy? Mr. Consistent, George Russell.
George Russell.
George
And
Russell.
He was just like, let's stay out for a safety car. He almost like wished it into existence. He
And then a safety
manifested
car
that
happens.
car.
Yeah. That
Still
was
the
very
only
good.
driver to
Very
get
smart.
a top 5 finish every single
In every-
race.
Yes.
Go
I was so
George.
happy when I saw that again. Love
Yeah.
it.
Just
Well,
doing his thing.
When I saw him up there, I knew he hadn't pitted. I was like, I don't want this streak to end.
Yeah, same.
I
same.
need a safety car. And he was
then
put out
same-
behind Lewis, but I was like, he's gonna overtake Lewis. Let's be real.
It was a bit like touch and go because Hamilton didn't want to let him overtake. Like that
No.
first overtake, he like closed the door, pushed him out wide. Luckily, there was a bit of runoff, and then obviously you got told to give the position back to Hamilton, so you then had to re-overtake him again. And by that time, Hamilton knew like Russell on the fresher
Was
tires
much
was just
faster.
quicker.
Yeah. He
It
just
was
had
a
two bites at the cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good to see. I didn't think Mercedes were going to have that much pace this weekend.
Mm.
Like I said last week, I thought McLaren were going to have way more pace than Mercedes. But
Yeah.
they brought in
Yeah.
a rear wing upgrade, and as much as it looked so bad, the rear wing and
it
the
helped them.
wheel covers, it helped them. So credit to them.
I was gonna say practice 3, Russell was also fastest in this session
He was.
in practice 3. So yeah.
Mm.
That filled me with a lot of hope.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
freeway
me too.
I was about to put money
freeway
in for
battle.
pole.
Freeway battle for power. It's like crazy, but yeah, carry on, Luke.
But then, yeah, out in Q2, Aston Martin have also said they're bringing significant upgrades next week. And there's a quote, they're going on the record saying it will transform what they have into a semi-new car.
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
So that's for Spain.
Spain, yeah, because Barcelona is always, every single season, Barcelona, the cars that you have at the start of the season, when they go to Barcelona, it's always like a new car, because it's normally the first European race. I know we had Imola this year, but that was a bit of like, just pushed in there. But Barcelona is always the race where they bring all the new packages, everything that's happened in the first couple of races, they know what to improve on, so then for Spain, they bring it into the cars, and then normally the cars get significantly quicker, so yeah.
And
You'll be seeing some more surprises.
especially being new regulations, they had pre-season testing here. They're going to have the most data with anything at this track.
Yeah.
Well, that and Bahrain, I guess. But Spain will be interesting. What's your guys' opinion on racing somewhere where there's testing?
Especially, I don't mind Bahrain. I'll go first. Sorry, I don't mind for Bahrain because Bahrain is it's a good racetrack.
Yeah.
But with Barcelona, because it's not a good racetrack, well, we don't know. Maybe because of the new cars, racing will be better. Because Barcelona is not a good racetrack, and all the data they have, they know the perfect strategy. They know how the tires are gonna be. The drivers know how quick they can go. It's
They
just
shouldn't
like
give them
everyone.
free practice.
Yeah, because everyone's gonna be. It's normally like line of stir. You'll see like the 2 Mercedes, then the 2 Ferraris, then the 2 Red Bulls, and I think that's gonna happen again this year.
Like a Noah's Ark. Okay.
Yeah.
Hannah?
Yeah, I've never really seen a problem with it before, but now you think about it, it's like, well, I mean, who knows? Barcelona this year might be different because of the new cars, but I just feel like we're just gonna have to wait and see. I don't actually know if there's gonna be much of a difference, but we'll see.
Yeah. For me, racing somewhere where you test is just like, I don't know, it kind of feels like cheating. I think
I agree.
Barcelona's a really good testing track because it's got the most diverse range of corners than anywhere on the calendar. It's got I like to say it's got a bit of this and a bit of that. It's not full power and it's not full downforce. It's a sweet spot in the middle, which is if you test there, I feel like you shouldn't race there.
No, I agree 100%.
And there's other good European tracks that I would want to see.
What they should do is then the tracks they know there's gonna be a sprint race should also be the tracks that they're testing, because obviously when it's a sprint weekend, I know you still have the practice sessions, but the qualifying's on a Friday, so you have to get the setup perfect. So if you go testing there in the pre-season, then you already know what the setup's like, so you can easily just put that track as a sprint weekends, and that will be better.
Yeah.
That's what they should do.
Speaking of Barcelona, Hannah, you've done a few hot laps around Barcelona yourself, haven't you?
I have, believe it or not.
Ooh.
So yesterday, I was lucky enough to be invited to the Women's Wildcard event at the MTC for McLaren Shadow Esports and Women's Wildcard Esports event, which is really, really cool. Did a few hot laps around Barcelona. May or may not have got P1. But it was really, really fun. And
what was the gap to second?
After the race or in quali?
Wait, did you race as well?
Yeah, we did.
Oh wow, I didn't know.
We did a couple of 5-lapper races.
Okay.
So like very.
And you lapped everyone.
Basic. I lapped one person once.
Lewis Hamilton. That's what you're called.
Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton. Hannah domination era, like here I come.
Get her in a Red Bull.
But it was a really, really cool event. And also, if there's any women out there watching right now, I want to encourage you to get and apply to the women's. I just threw my pen. The women's wildcard event. All you need to do is submit a time on the F1 game around Silverstone, I believe. Submit your time, and then you have a chance to set a lap at Silverstone on the F1 game, which is really fun. So yeah, encourage you to do that. But it was a really cool event, and one of the best bits was meeting Natalie Pinkham, because she was there. And you know what, after meeting her and just being in a room and like having a conversation, you realise, or I realised, she is literally the perfect person for her job right now. This is why she's so good at what she does, because she just made everyone comfortable. She'd ask you questions about what you were doing, and she was so interested in us, which is weird when it's someone like her who we're so in awe of, I guess. Or, you know, you see on the TV and like we're the ones that should have the questions, but she made us feel so important, if you know what I mean, even though, you know, we're just content creators. So that was really cool. She was absolutely lovely. And yeah, tour of the MTC. You reminded me of something earlier, actually, that they said, and they were talking about upgrades to the car. And they were saying how, on average, I think every 14 minutes, they make a measurable upgrade to a race car.
Damn.
Every 14 minutes.
Wow.
And the guy was saying that, for example, like Ferrari won in Bahrain, first race. If from Bahrain to Saudi Arabia they just stopped making improvements, they would be at the back of the grid in Saudi Arabia. And I thought that was so interesting, and I've never thought about it like that before. Like you could have a race-winning car and then just...
Yeah, you decide to take a week off and you're at the back.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I just thought that was so interesting.
It's crazy how, like...
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. It's crazy how, in saying that, a couple of tenths is just a sequence of 14 minutes, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like 14-minute upgrades are shown by a couple of tenths.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's nutty. Well, congratulations. Did you get the race win?
I did get the race win. Yay.
Well done.
They were very basic, like just for fun races, kind of. But yeah.
Just
so
for
you
fun.
weren't trying. You weren't
hitting
even trying.
hitting every apex, you know, just for fun.
Carrying it around, like a dive bomb into turn 1.
Just for fun. Just for fun.
Yeah. Like my wheel at home. I'm talking as if it's not on the camera right now. This computer is so like dodgy to turn and like just bumpy and like horrible, but they were so smooth. I felt like I was actually right.
You had like the full cockpit and everything, and the big screen.
Well, no, it was just we had the screen in front of us. It was just like wheel, but it was like, because my one here, like I sit and do it, but this one I was like lying down. It was really cool.
I noticed when I'm using that, I can't see over the steering wheel. I have to look through the gap in the steering wheel to see the gear changes.
It was a little bit like that, yeah. Also, embarrassing. I had to get the pedals moved forward like so much.
Oh no,
How
same.
small I am. The
Same.
pedals
So
were
you're not.
all the
It's
way
so
back.
embarrassing. You're all good.
So bad.
So
No, it was great.
you went from going to the Williams at your house to driving a Ferrari at the McLaren. That's the simulator difference.
Yeah. A Ferrari at the McLaren studios.
Yes, it was quick.
I was gonna say, if she comes first, it at least has to be a Red Bull.
Oh.
Congratulations, Hannah. Big round of applause.
Appreciate that. Nah, guys, it's not a big deal. It's fine.
It's Hannah's world. We're just living in it.
So, obviously, you know, your gal was top step of the podium. But speaking of podiums,
Ooh.
Luke has a little game for us.
I do.
Don't you? Take it away.
Yeah, so this game is called Guess the Podium. I've got 5 races in front of me. Unfortunately, there's no brief description, but that's why we've got Carlo.
No pressure.
But I've got 4 races dating back 4 years, and one from the race in the week I was born. So 2001, May 2001.
Oh, no. I'm going to embarrass myself, guys, so much. It's not even funny.
So are we ready?
Okay.
Oh, gosh. Quickly, let me Google who was racing in 2001.
Hannah, we'll start with, you can be the first guess.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Yeah,
Seen
my
as
heart's beating.
as you're the master of Spain. Spain with the A and the I, no spin and no pain.
Yeah.
Who won in Spain last year? What was the podium in Spain last year?
Gosh. I have absolutely no idea. Okay, right. I'm going to say, what happened in Spain? Oh, I remember there was some sort of, there was some sort of like spin or like collision in like turn 2, I remember. Oh no, I remember the race. Verstappen. I can't remember if Verstappen caught Hamilton or Hamilton caught Verstappen. Oh no.
Ooh.
I remember now. Okay. I'm going to say Verstappen won, Hamilton second, Bottas third. That's my guess.
Oh.
Verham Bot.
No! Did I get it the wrong way round?
Do you remember, Carlo?
You got it the wrong way around.
It was the
No!
classic Ham Verbot.
Hamilton Verstappen was.
Oh, for goodness sake. No, that's so annoying.
So close. We'll give one point to Carlo and half a point on the board for Hannah. So you're on the board.
Yay!
You need a description.
Cool.
This was the race where Verstappen absolutely sends it into turn 1, just pushes Hamilton out the way. Then Hamilton does the Hungary 2019 strategy where he pits an extra time, comes out like 20 seconds behind Verstappen, sets second faster, catches. Then with like 5 laps to go, he overtakes Verstappen.
That's the team radio from Bottas. We're here. I told you that this race was a 2-stopper.
No,
I told you it was a fucking 2-stopper.
That's France. That
was France.
Year.
Yes.
That's France last year.
Oh, yeah.
This is the one where
yes.
it's like the very tactical decision by Mercedes to pit again. And then,
Clever and worth it.
I remembered what happened, but I couldn't remember which team had the right tactics.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Who was playing cat and who was playing mouse.
Yeah.
Alright, well done. We're going to go back 3 years to Germany. Germany 2018.
Oh,
No.
Wait, is that an I don't know from Carlo?
it's more of an because something big happens in that race.
Okay, this is also going to be embarrassing. Okay, bear in mind, I have absolutely no recollection of this race. So I'm going to go out there. No.
Ooh.
Actually, Hamilton won. Bottas. No, Danny Rick second, and Max third. That's wrong.
Okay.
So
Carlo?
wrong, I bet.
Oh, you got Hamilton first, right? 2018.
Oh,
and then
okay.
Bottas did come second. So
Yeah,
you were right.
you were
But
on the right
third
track.
place, oh, I forgot. I actually don't know third. It can only be either 2018. I don't think it was recorded. I don't know. I'm going to say Verstappen.
It was the Iceman in third.
Raikkonen. Oh.
Kimi.
No way.
So the handbot Rye. Hamilton first, Bottas second, Raikkonen third.
My
If I was
reaction.
more prepared, I'd give you a description afterwards to maybe jog the memory.
So, yeah, if you want to remember this race, this is where Vettel was leading the championship for Ferrari. And then it starts to rain. He goes off into the barrier. And then he says, no, I'm sorry. And that is arguably the turning point of Vettel's championship. And arguably, like, his, not career, but after that race, he never really...
His career at Ferrari, like his championship hopes. Yeah. I actually listened to a podcast, F1 Beyond the Grid, today with him in it. And they played that team radio, and it literally sounds like he's going to cry. 'Cause I think he knows he just
it's
dropped
his home
the ball.
race, and he's first in the championship. Hamilton... Sorry, Hamilton messed up his qualifying, and then he starts like 14th, and then he comes all the way from 14th and he wins the race. And Vettel,
Yeah.
who was leading the championship, was first by like comfortably. He then bottles it, goes off, and that's where the championship swings to Hamilton. And Hamilton.
And that's
gets
the
this-
momentum he would have needed, hey,
Yeah.
to really get way in front of the championship. All right, we're gonna go to Monza now. Monza, I think we all know the winner, but can you remember second and third? Monza 2020.
Oh, what?
It was P1, Pierre, P2, Carlos Sainz, P3,
Oh, you're nearly
Was.
there. You're nearly there.
oh my days, was it Stroll? Oh no. You know why I remember? There's an interview of Lewis Hamilton afterwards, and the interviewer says it's a really great young podium today, and he said, "Oh, who's on it?" And then she says, "Oh, Gasly, Carlos, and someone else is. I think it was Stroll." No, I don't think it is. Oh my goodness, this is annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna say Stroll. I think it might be wrong, but I think it's wrong.
Okay, Carlo.
Once again, sorry. Once again, so I'm just here dying. It's the third place. I don't even know he's in third in this one as well. I thought it was
Wait,
Bottas.
let's try and work it out.
I think it wasn't Bottas because it could have been. But who else was there in the race? I actually
it's
don't
definitely
remember.
like a really young podium.
No,
The first
yeah,
two
I
are
remember
easy
the
to
interview
remember
afterwards.
because I remember Sainz's team radio. I want this win.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
catching
yeah.
him. Like,
Yeah.
I 100%
Yeah.
knew that, yeah.
I want this win, Tom.
Who else would be on the grid? It
Yeah.
wasn't Ocon.
but why? Are you sure it's a young guy? Because I would go Bottas.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
it's 100% not Bottas. I know it's not Bottas.
Okay.
It's one of like the people that had been in the sport for like maybe less than 5 years.
I'm not sure, honestly.
It wasn't Norris. It wasn't.
Could it be Ocon? Nah.
I don't think it was Ocon. Because Ocon's first podium was Sakir, and he got
Yeah.
second place. I'm annoyed. I can't remember. What is it?
We've had your three. Carlo, we need a P3 from you to lock it in.
Just give me. Who else could have been there? No idea. Just get. I'll say Stroll. I'll say Stroll. I'll agree.
P1 Gasly, P2 Sainz,
Yeah.
P3 Stroll.
Oh,
So well done.
oh, right.
I was so like
You were
sure but
stressing me
unsure
out.
at the same time.
You were
Yeah.
no, yes. I was like, oh my god.
I
That's
think I
class.
just need to have more confidence in myself.
Yeah, you need to
That's
back
class.
yourself a bit.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. So the next podium is Spa 2019.
Okay. So I'm gonna say Leclerc first. Second, I think, was Lewis. And third, I am in the dark with third, but I could play it safe and go for like Bottas, but I could also go for Vettel. I'm gonna say Bottas P3.
Okay.
And I agree.
Oh,
I agree. Bottas P3. It's definitely
Well
Leclerc and
done.
Hamilton. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely Leclerc and
well
Hamilton.
done.
And then Vettel, he had to pit again near the end of the race, and then Bottas overtook him.
okay.
Not gonna lie, I wrote 2019, but I had the results for 2017 come up. So when you said Leclerc, I was like, what?
2017.
And Carlo's out here nodding his head, and I was like, what?
Wait, so what? So are we gonna count
Well, let's go-
2019?
We'll count that, yeah, we'll count that, but we'll also go
Okay.
to 2017 as well, just for
Oh
fun.
gosh, okay. I've got no clue for that one.
I'll tell you, this is Hamilton and then Vettel, 1-2. And then it's always P3. I never know. P3 must have been. Just say Bottas.
It was.
I'll say
Oh
Ocon.
no, sorry. Okay. Hamilton,
No,
Vettel, Ricardo.
Ricardo.
Ah.
Damn. Do you know how it was Ocon? That's when the Ocon Perez beef started in Force India.
Mm.
Do you remember like when it
Wait,
was?
and literally like 5 seconds ago I said like, oh no,
Ocon's
Ocon's first podium was. Like, what
Oh, yeah.
about? I literally didn't even think. It's because wait, was it 2017 Spa or 2018 Spa? But here comes Sebastian Vettel, like
Yeah.
the famous commentary.
Mm.
Which was it? 2017.
2018, and then Perez and Ocon are like
2018. Oh.
they're either side. Hamilton
Yeah,
and
because
Vettel.
I had that in my head, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll just go for Ocon because it was like near that. But no, obviously not.
Yeah.
Alright, so this one will test both of you, and if either of you get it, I'll be very impressed. Carlo, if you get this one, I'm gonna have to keep testing you. I need to see how far this goes, alright? Austria, 2001.
This is ridiculous.
Oh.
I don't even know who was racing in 2001.
Okay, we can speak out loud. I'll be real. It can only be between the Ferrari boys, so Schumacher and Barrichello. Going in there also could be. The McLarens weren't even that quick. You could also chuck in Ralph Schumacher. And then you could also chuck in. I might go for that though. But then there could also be what's his name? Mika Hakkinen, but I don't think. Oh, David Coulthard as well. Oh, okay. I'm going for. I have to back. Wait, let me move my camera. I'll back my goat. Schumacher P1. And then I think Barrichello came second, and then I'm going for a David Coulthard P3.
Okay, I'm not gonna guess because if I went first, like I wouldn't have said anything. I would have had no idea. So I'm just gonna have zero guess for this.
Okay. You were so close. You got the right podium, but in the wrong order.
Oh,
No way.
And it was Coulthard first, Schumacher second, Barrichello third.
oh my
That's
days!
so
So
crazy. I
close.
can't believe that.
I shouldn't have backed my Ferrari boys.
I kind of want to give you another one now, considering you were so close. Okay.
Nah.
would you know Italy 2004?
Yeah, Schumacher won it. He won it. Guaranteed. If he didn't win it, then I'd be like, wait, what? I'm sure he won it. And then, who else would have been there? Maybe Raikkonen, maybe Alonso. I'll say Alonso was on the podium as well. But then, I don't know what, I'm just backing a Ferrari here. Schumacher, Barrichello, Alonso.
I can tell you Alonso had a DNF.
Oh, okay, not Alonso. Chuck in 2004. The McLarens weren't quick. They were quick in 2003. Is the go for his teammate then? Go for try. Is it a Renault? Because I'm thinking of a Renault here.
To be honest, I don't even know if this guy drives a Renault.
Oh, okay,
I have no idea. I don't think so.
Chuck in Fisichella.
Alright, so P1 is not Schumacher.
No, in 2004.
No,
Nah.
P1 is Barrichello.
Damn.
P2 Schumacher. P3 Button.
Oh, Jenson Button.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I didn't even know that. I'm surprised they let Barrichello win. Normally they were so biased towards Schumacher winning, like, especially in 2004 when they won, like, I don't know, 90% of the races.
Mm.
Damn.
Okay, I can't help myself. I'm gonna give you guys one more.
Do one more. You can do
20
I don't know, a more recent one if you want to just.
I'll do 2013.
Yeah,
2013 Brazil.
Okay, you chose the one where Vettel was already a champion, so anything could have happened. But we know Vettel wins, Hannah, because of his 9 race streak.
Yep, knew that. Yeah.
we know Vettel wins because of his 9 race streak. So that's guaranteed
that, yeah.
first place.
Of course. Duh.
I was going to say exactly the same thing.
Then who else could have been there? So possibilities here. We're talking possibilities. Yeah, Webber and the Red Bull. 2013 Ferrari we were all right. I wouldn't say we're quick. The McLaren was all right. Nah, it could only be. Oh, the Mercedes were quick as well. Rosberg and Hamilton, 2013. Damn.
Was Danny Rick in a Red Bull at that point?
Nah, he would have been in the Toro Rosso.
Okay.
So I'm backing Hamilton might have gotten the podium, maybe like a P3. Is Luke smiling? He's not smiling.
Or anything.
So I back, okay, Vettel P1, and then I will back Alonso P2, and then I'm going 3 different teams, and then Hamilton in the Mercedes P3.
Well, you're close. I feel like, Hannah, if you had have guessed, you would have said Vettel P1, Webber P2, Alonso P3, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what was on
100%.
my mind.
Yeah. So Hannah wins. Well done, Hannah.
Hannah wins that one.
Yay!
Damn, this is
Amazing. Appreciate that, guys. So that makes us even, Carlo.
yeah, pretty much.
Amazing. Yeah. I mean, it was a double point for the end, of course.
Yeah, it was winner takes all, if you ask me.
You got fastest lap as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You said it before. That's fastest lap.
That's what I've got for you guys, so well done.
Amazing. Round of applause, please, guys. Thanks.
Well, yeah, thank you for listening to episode 5 of the Paddock Pass podcast. Appreciate your guys' support. Do not forget, we are on Instagram, Twitter, Patreon. You can hear us on all good streaming sites like YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music. We will be back next week to give you guys a rundown on Spain. And yeah, thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.